Hi everyone, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. So I first fell in love with the brand Ere Perez. It's an Australian non-toxic beauty brand when I tried this eyeshadow palette, and this is the Chamomile eyeshadow palette. And I have a review of this eyeshadow palette. I did a collaboration with Jamie from 5 Product Face where we did 3 different looks using this eyeshadow palette. I will link both of those videos up above and in the description box down below. But the short of that is that I fell in love with this palette, and it made me really curious to try out more products from the brand Ere Perez. And so I got in contact with Ere Perez and they sent me over some of their products to try. So I'm going to be giving you a review of the products that I was sent. Although I was sent those products, this video is not sponsored. I'm not biased. I'm just gonna tell you what I think because that is what is most helpful for all of us. So the first thing I'm gonna start by saying is I get a lot of questions about where can you purchase Ere Perez if you are in the United States. Because Ere Perez is an Australian brand, if you purchase directly from their website, the products will be shipping from Australia, which can take a little while. But there are some places in the US where you can purchase them. You can purchase some eye products at Credo Beauty. That is where I got the eyeshadow palette. You can also purchase some of the Ere Perez products at Fallain. They are now carried at Fallain as well. Some products are also carried at Carbon Beauty, which is another US non-toxic beauty retailer. And you can purchase some other products on Amazon. Yes, you heard me right, Amazon. So that's another great option. Amazon may carry the full range of Ere Perez, but the other retailers carry like a selected range. So depending on what product you are looking for, you may have to go to a different retailer, which is not ideal, but I'm hoping that as more of us become interested in the brand and purchase their products, that more and more retailers will start carrying them and carrying a wider range of their products. So first off, I'm gonna start off by talking about their oat milk foundation. That is the foundation that comes in the little tube like this. I love Ere Perez packaging. I think it's very beautiful, it's very sleek, it's very minimal. And I like that this is a squeezy tube. It's just very easy to work with. I have oily skin. I am extremely fair. I'm normally the lightest shade in foundations, and sometimes the lightest shade is still not quite fair enough for me. I am the shade Latte in the oat milk foundation, and I am very happy to say that it is light enough for me. So as you can see in the demo, it's a good shade match for me. And I do like applying this foundation with a brush, but you can actually apply this foundation with just your hands and it works very well that way too. When I was in Cape Cod, I actually forgot to bring a foundation brush and I brought this foundation with me, and so I ended up applying it with my hands and loved how it looked. So if you want a foundation that's really easy to apply, you can just put it on with your hands, you're kind of a low maintenance makeup kind of person, this is a great option for you. And there are a number of shades. The shade range is not huge, but there are a number of shades. So I think you can find a shade that is a good shade match for you. I was nervous about trying the Quinoa Water Foundation, the one that's in the dropper, because there are only 3 shades in that foundation, and I'm willing to bet that the lightest one is probably not a good shade match for me. So this one was a safer option for me to go with. The coverage of this foundation is pretty light. As you can see, it evens out my skin tone, but it's not super full coverage. I have some acne spots over here on my forehead after applying it. You can still see them. I just think that it really helps to even out my skin tone. So it's definitely on the lighter side of coverage. But it's nice to have that option, and I enjoy using a lighter foundation sometimes. I really like how lightweight this foundation feels on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel drying, and the finish it gives is very nice. I find that it's a very skin-like finish. It's not overly dewy, but it's not overly matte. It just kind of looks like nice, healthy skin in terms of finish. Though, because I do have oily skin, that is my only small complaint with this foundation, is it will start breaking apart on me at the end of the day. And I have been testing this foundation out during the summer. So I've been testing this out during August, and it's been super hot here in New England. And now we are into the later part of September, so the temperature started cooling down. And I'm actually happy I've been testing the product for that long, because I have tested it from, hot 90-degree weather into now we're in the 60s. So I think it's a good range of different temperatures I've been testing over. And I can say that when it's been really warm, it will break apart on me when my skin starts producing a whole bunch of oil. That being said, as we're moving into this cooler weather, it's actually working a lot better for me, and I like that it's a little bit more of a natural finish, because as the weather gets cooler, as the heat starts running in buildings, my skin tends to get a little bit drier, and this foundation does look nice and doesn't look overly dry on my skin. Though I have found that when I set the foundation using the Alima Pure Satin Matte Foundation, and or I go ahead and prime with the 14E Prime and Set Powder, that helps to make the foundation last longer. But it's still not the most long-wearing foundation on my skin. If I'm having a really long day and I need my foundation to look great at the very end of the day, this is probably not the foundation I'm going to reach for. But if I just want to kind of even out my skin tone, you know, just make things look natural and nice, but not very fussy, and not wear a lot of foundation or a lot of products in general, this is a great foundation. So I think it really depends on what you're looking for in your foundation. I think especially if you have drier skin, you will love this. With oily skin, just be aware that you're gonna need to set it. You may or may not need to put on some sort of primer. And I know that the Quinoa foundation is designed for more oily skin. So if you have oily skin and have a skin tone that can match one of the 3 shades, that is another good option. But overall, I have been enjoying this. I've been reaching for it. And as we are moving into cooler, drier weather, I think I can see myself wearing this a lot. Because it's a nice dewier option that's not too heavy and not too full coverage. So I really like that about this. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to one of their cream highlighters. I have the Vanilla highlighter in the shade Falling Star. And once again, this packaging is just beautiful. And Falling Star is this shade here. And when I first saw it, I was a little bit nervous about it because I am really pale, as we all know. And I looked at it and I'm like, ooh, that's a little dark. And this is the latest shade of their cream highlighter. And I'm a huge cream highlighter lover, so I was really excited to try this out. And it smells like vanilla, so it's pretty awesome. So if you like vanilla scented things, this definitely smells like vanilla. I have been shocked by how much I like it, and I have it on today, and you can see the demo of me applying it. I essentially just take it onto my finger and then dab it onto my cheekbones, and then I will also often go across my cupid's bow as well. What I like about this is even though it's a little bit darker, you can see it gives me a really serious glow. What's nice about it is it's not like a brightening highlighter. So if you don't want something that looks like a bright streak on your face, like it doesn't look white, it doesn't look pink, it just gives you a nice glow without actually being brightening or colorful, if that makes sense. But you can definitely glow, so I have really been loving this. Like I said, I was not expecting to. It wears well on me throughout the day, and obviously you can build up highlighters to the extent that you want. I like quite a strong glow, so I like to apply quite a bit. But if you want a more subtle look, you can do that as well with this highlighter. So I'd heard a lot of people talking about this highlighter and really loving it, and I can totally see why. I love it. This is definitely a product that I will, you know, continue using. I'm loving it. I also wanted to try out their lipsticks. They have 2 different lipsticks. They have a cacao butter lip color, and that is the first one I'm gonna be talking about, and that is what I have on my lips currently. I have the color Sway, and this lipstick is supposed to be more of a matte formula. It's not supposed to be as nourishing, as hydrating, as creamy as their other formula. Let me show you the packaging here. It comes in this really nice white sleek bullet. It says Ere Perez on it, and then it, you know, twists up. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I do. First off, I love the color. I am a fair person, and I have a really hard time finding a good kind of nude lipstick because I am so fair. Most nudes either wash me out or are too brown, and so they don't work on me. This color Sway, if you are fair, it's like the perfect pinky nude because it's light, but it doesn't wash you out. It's not too brown. It literally looks like my lip color, but just like amped up a smidge because I don't have a lot of color on my lips. If you're looking for a pinky nude, this is amazing. And what I like about this is even though it is a more matte lipstick formula, it's not overly drying on your lips. 100% Pure has their semi-matte lipsticks, and I have one of those, and I never reach for it because even when you're applying it, it's very dry. Like it's actually a little bit hard to apply because it is so dry. But this lipstick just glides on well, and yeah, it's not overly creamy, but you can get it applied easily and it's still comfortable. And because it is a more matte formula, it does wear better throughout the day. It's not the most long-lasting lipstick I have, but it does wear well. If you're looking for more of a matte bullet lipstick formula, I would 100% recommend this. definitely worth checking out. The Cocoa Butter lip colors. Lipstick change. Now I have on their olive oil lipstick in the shade Cocktail. And this is what the bullet for the olive oil lipstick looks like. It is silver. It's the same style as the Cocoa Butter lipstick, but silver. And I actually like that the packaging is a different color. It makes it really easy to distinguish between the two because I have a decent lipstick collection, and by having the colors of the bullets different, it makes it really easy for me to know which one I'm grabbing, which is a small detail, but it's nice. And the shade Cocktail, I like to call this kind of color a cross between a pink and a red. It's like a deep pink that's almost a red, but it's not quite like as bold or intense of a red. And once again, I love this color. I only have the Cocoa Butter lipstick in Sway, and I only have the olive oil lipstick in Cocktail, but 2 out of 2, I give their colors, 2 thumbs up. So they did really well in the 2 lipsticks that I have in terms of color. Like, they're very wearable. The colors to me are just kind of the perfect lipstick colors. Like, a lot of times I'll try lipstick colors and I'll be like, it's a little bit off in this way or that way, but these are just spot on. And this formula is quite different from the Cocoa Butter lipstick. It is much more creamy. It is much more hydrating. I think it has more luminosity on the lips because it is kind of more of a creamy formula. And because of that, it is not as long wearing. It's very comfortable on, but it is definitely a lipstick that I need to apply. But my lips don't feel dry when I'm wearing it at all. Like, it's a very comfortable formula. So I do like that about it. And it's definitely been a lipstick that I reach for. But when I am wearing it, I definitely want to carry the lipstick with me so I can reapply it throughout the day. But overall, I really do like it. And I mean, that's what I have to say overall about this brand is I am really impressed. Now I have tried a total of 5 products from the brand, and I like all 5. That is pretty impressive. So I've got 2 lipsticks, a foundation, a cream highlighter, and an eyeshadow palette, which I am wearing on my eyes today, by the way. And you can check out my reviews of that. But I just really like their products. And that's what I always hear when I hear other people talking about the brand. Like, I really only hear positive things about it. And I'm here to tell you that, yeah, I have positive things to say about it too. And so I hope you found this helpful. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. And let me know if you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my Instagram. I have lots of fun posts on there. My handle is at naturallybeautifulgirl. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.